What's up, guys? This is Corey with the Dirty Gym back in another video for y'all today. So today we are taking a look at kind of revisiting the older announcer archetype. Obviously it got like an absolute ton of improvement out of all the power booster set. We have looked at this before where we were focusing more on like the whole Bobbity into the final showdown engine before, but now we're kind of looking at it more with, you know, utilizing more of these power booster cards. I still think the deck has potential in the current format. It's still a very strong archetype. It does struggle a little bit with some of these counterplay cards. You're looking at particularly some of these like red ones and green ones that like reduce power or KO things and warp things and all that kind of stuff. So there are some struggles there, but I do think the deck still has some potential. So let's go ahead and take a look. Alright, so first up we've got our leader, the announcer. So on his front side, he has a permanent, treat world tournament in all areas as if they had no specified cost. So your red ones you can play for green, your green ones you can play for blue, your blue ones you can play for yellow, so on and so forth. Permanent, you cannot include non-world tournament battle cards in your deck. So this is a little bit of a restriction, particularly when it comes to like sideboards and things like that. But we do get the benefit, we can still include any extra card that we want, which is nice. And then it's an auto once per turn. Whenever you play a World Tournament battle card, draw one card. This works on both your or your opponent's turn. So if you were to like play a negate, that's a battle card on your opponent's turn, you get to draw a card as well, which is really nice. He's an untapped 2 on Awakening. Permanent, treat World Tournaments in all areas if they had no specified cost on the backside. And then auto, whenever this card attacks, draw a card. And then activate main. Choose up to 2 of your battle cards with World Tournament. They each gain plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. Then negate the skill for the duration of the game. So he's definitely a much better leader on his front side than he is on his back side. We really want to take advantage of his additional draw on the front whenever we can. So sometimes we may wait to awaken longer than we would with a normal leader. But moving on into the actual list, first up we've got 4 Bobbity the Mastermind. So Bobbity is a 4-drop for, he's a 5k auto. Whenever you play this card, if your leader card is a World Tournament card and you have 4 more energy, you may choose one card from your hand, place it on top of your deck. If you do, choose up to 1 Supreme Showdown Vegeta from your deck, play it, then shuffle your deck. And then auto, whenever this card is placed in a drop area from a battle area by a skill, choose all of your red World Tournament cards, and they can't be KO'd for the duration of the turn. So this is really nice. This lets us get into the 2 5-drop Goku Vegetas, which are really, really strong, as we'll get into here in a little bit. This is just a nice way to get them out a whole turn earlier. Since we do run objection, we're able to get that out like as early as turn 3, theoretically, if we absolutely needed to or wanted to. So it just gives us a lot of really good like closeout options there. Moving on into those engines, so first up we've got Supreme Showdown Son Goku. It's a 5-drop, 25k, triple strike, permanent. If Supreme Showdown Vegeta is in play in your battle area, this card gains plus 2,000 power. And then auto, when your battle cards are placed in the drop area with the Supreme Showdown Vegeta skill and your leader card is a World Tournament, activate this skill. If there are no Supreme Showdown Son Goku in your battle area, you may play this card from your hand. So effectively, we're going from a 4-drop into 2 5-drops, which is really, really nice. It's really good value for us. Moving on into the Supreme Showdown Vegeta. He is a 5-drop, 25k triple strike, permanent. If Supreme Showdown Son Goku is in play in your battle area, this card gains plus 10,000 power. Auto, whenever you play this card, if your leader card is a World Tournament, you may choose one of your battle cards other than this card and place it in your drop area. If you do so, your opponent cannot activate blocker for the duration of the turn. So this is just another way to really trying to force both of these triple strike damage in. Whenever they're both in play together, they both become 35k triple strikers, which is nice, and you can give them the leader buff, make them 40k triple strikers. So really good ways to close out the game there. Moving on, we've got 4 Dende the Astute Savior, so 1-drop, 1 blue, 1k, auto whenever you play this card. Choose up to 1 World Tournament card with an energy cost of 5 or less from your deck and send it to your warp. Shuffle your deck, and at the start of your next turn, add that card sent to your warp by the skill from your warp to your hand. So this is just kind of a setup. We can go like turn 1, play this, go get the Bobbity, put it in the warp, or go get like the Goku and put it in the warp, or just go get any one of our really pieces and put it in the warp, and then the next turn we get to play it. Our next turn it comes back to our hand, so we're able to just kind of ensure that we see the pieces that we need, which is really nice. And then he's got an activate main for 2. If your leader card is a World Tournament card and you place this card in its owner's drop area, choose up to one World Tournament card with energy cost of 3 or less from your hand, send it to your warp, and at the start of your next turn, play the card sent to your warp by the skill from your warp. So this is, again, we're just able to effectively pay 2 to play a 3-drop. Obviously it doesn't happen until the next turn, so it's a little bit of a setup, but we've got a couple 3-drops in particular that work really well together, and allowing us to play those for free effectively on that following turn, and then more cards come into play, then we can just really swarm the board that way, so it's really nice. Alright, next up we've got 3 Test of Strength Son Goku. It's a 3-drop 2 blue, 15k, double strike auto. Whenever you play this card, if your leader card is a world tournament, you may choose 1 Test of Strength Oob from your hand and play it. If you do so, both that card and this card get plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn. So this is the ideal play off the Dende, the Astute Savior, when you're using his second auto, or his activate main. So you can just play the Test of Strength Goku for free, and then play the Oob for free, so you get 2 3-drops, become 20ks, which is nice. Moving on to the Test of Strength Oob, he's a 3-drop 2 blue 15k critical. Auto, whenever you play this card, if Test of Strength Son Goku is in play in your battle area, choose up to 2 of your opponent's battle cards with 20,000 power or less, and place them at the bottom of their owner's deck. So, effectively, if we go this route for 2, you're getting 2 3-drop 20ks, one's a double strike, one's a critical, and then the 20k critical bounces to you guys, so you have really great value and really going really wide, and just really pressuring the opponent. Even if you're just playing these for 3, that's still really great value for you. Next up, we've got 3 Son Goku Jr. Heroic Successor. It's a 4-drop 2 blue, 19k, double strike auto. Whenever you play this card, if your leader card is a world tournament card, look at up to 1 card from the bottom of your deck, choose the 1 Vegeta Jr. Heroic Successor from it, play it, then shuffle your deck, then activate main once per turn, choose 1 Vegeta Jr. Heroic Successor in rest mode in your battle area and switch it to active mode. At the end of your turn, choose the 1 of your energy and switch it to active mode. We're going to go ahead and go right into Vegeta Jr. so we can kind of go over the whole combo. He's a 4-drop 19k 2 blue critical, activate main if your leader card is a world tournament card, play this card from your hand at the bottom of your deck, then draw 1 card, and then activate main. When this card is switched to active mode by Son Goku Jr. Heroic Successor skill, choose up the 1 Son Goku Jr. Heroic Successor in rest mode in your battle area and switch it to active mode. So ideally how you're kind of doing this is you're pitching the Vegeta Jr. from hand, putting it at the bottom, drawing a card, you're playing the Son Goku Jr. Son Goku Jr. triggers, gets a Vegeta Jr. from the bottom of the deck, puts it into play, and now you have 2 19ks, a double strike and a critical. You get to swing with both of them, and then both of them trigger, and then they untap each other. So effectively, you get 2 19k dual attackers, one with double strike and one with critical, which is really, really strong. And then at the end of the turn, after the Son Goku Jr. Heroic Successor, you get to untap an energy, which is nice. So again, we're just trying to get a lot of value, being able to go wide, play things efficiently and effectively that give us a lot of different abilities and a lot of different strategies there. So really good stuff there. And in a pinch, Vegeta Jr. is just great as a cycle mechanic. You can just put it at the bottom of the deck, draw a card, which is really, really nice. Alright, next up we have 3 King Piccolo Limitless Power. He's a 4-drop, 2 green, 20k, double strike, activate main. If you have 4 more energy, you may choose 2 World Tournament cards in any battle area, negate their skills for duration of the turn, and place them in the drop area, and then you can play this card from your hand for free. So there's a lot of different combinations here. King Piccolo is a great, just kind of like close out the game card. You go into your Supreme Showdown Goku and Vegeta, you swing, whether they negate or they take it or whatever it is, then you can sack them, play the King Piccolo and swing. You can do the same thing with the Test of Strength Son Goku and Son Oob. You play these for 3, you swing, you deal damage, or you do whatever it is, and you sack them, and then you play a 20k double striker for free. Or even with like the Son Goku Jr. and Vegeta Jr., which is probably the better of the combinations, because these effectively have dual attack. So you swing, untap, swing, then sack him, play the King Piccolo, then swing again. So a lot of really good pressure. Again, really high value, high efficient pressure, which is really where you want to be in the game in general. Alright, next up we've got 3 Muta Ito Skill of the Sage. It's a 1-drop, 1 yellow, counterplay, play this card, and then auto, whenever you play this card, if it's your opponent's turn, you may place this card in its owner's drop area. If you do, choose up one of your opponent's battle cards with energy cost greater than their energy, ignoring barrier, switch to rest mode, and that battle card can't be switched to active mode until the start of your next turn. So this is just kind of your standard counterplay. You play this, you get rid of a threat for the turn, then it goes in the drop, and you don't have to worry about it, and then you can kind of go into your next turn and try to win the game that way. This is nice because you don't have to tap the card that's being played. They you know, if you're like going into turns where you've already tapped something down during the following turn, if they play a battle card, you can Mutai Ito again, tap down the big threat, sack the Mutai Ito, and just kind of proceed on that way. So really, really nice there. Also, if you play it on your opponent's turn, you're drawing a card, which is nice. Next up, we've got 2 Announcer Ever Curious, so it's a 1-drop, 1 black. Whenever you play this card, look at the top 7 cards of your deck, choose up the 1 World Tournament card among them, and then add it to your hand, then shuffle your deck. It's just a great little tutor. You know, we play it for 1 on our Announcer's front side, we draw a card, then we look at the top 7, so we're effectively plussing 1 because we're going to hit something. So it's really nice to just replace the cards in our hand and then gain additional cards, which is nice. Next up, we've got 4 Announcer Play-by-Play Pro. He's a 1-drop, 1k counterattack. If your leader card is a World Tournament, negate the attack and play this card. Additionally, it has an auto during your turn whenever you play this card. If there are 2 more World Tournament cards in play, other than this card, in your battle area, draw 2 cards. So this is just a really great draw engine. It works as a negate, but generally speaking, we're not using it as a negate. We're using it to just draw like several cards. You play this on your Announcer's front side, you're drawing 3 cards, so he's a +2 for 1, which is really, really nice value. Plus, in a pinch, he does become a negate if you ever need that. Alright, next up for our super combo, we're just running 4 of the top of his game, some Gohan. You can be like super versatile with the Announcer in terms of your super combo. All the World Tournament super combos are live in all the World Tournament decks. So you could run the red one, the yellow one, or the green one, or the blue one if you so choose. We're running the blue one. It's not really that big of a deal for the list that we're running, but if you want to get into more like tech options, you could consider running one of the other colors. That way you have more access to those colors for, you know, you're looking at things like Planet M2, Crusher Balls, different things like that. We are running Senzu Bean Injection, so I feel like we want more blue. So that's kind of where we went with the top of his game, but you do have a lot of options there in terms of your super combo, which is really nice. Moving on to the extra cards, so we've got 4 Senzu Bean, just 1 blue, add to a battle, choose one of your cards, it gains plus 5,000 power for the duration of the turn, then choose 2 of your energy and switch from active mode. This is really great defensively. This is really great on your turn to just like extend your plays, apply more pressure. Generally speaking, personally, I only use this defensively just because it's a great untap energy and give your leader a buff, which is really nice. Next up, we've got 2 Objection, so just 1 blue, 2 cost, activate main, choose 1 card in your hand and add it to your energy. I only feel like we need 2. We're drawing quite a bit in this deck, and we're not like super reliant on the ramp, but if we can ramp, it's nice. We're drawing enough cards where we're not worrying about the neg from hand off the Objection, so it's a good little trade-off there. And like I said, if we want to get into like the Supreme Showdown stuff a turn sooner, we can Objection. We want to get like to the Son Goku and Vegeta Jr. a turn earlier, we can Objection, so we got really good plays there. And then finally, for Power Burst, it's a 1-drop negate counterattack. If your lead card is black, negate the attack. Then choose up one of your black battle cards in your drop area or warp with an energy cost of 1 and add it to your hand. So this is really good, so we pay 1, we negate, and then we can start cycling these Announcers. You can get the Play-by-Play Pro, so effectively for 1 you're getting 2 negates, or you can go 1 and get the Ever Curious. So you have really good options there. You're always at least getting a 5k back. You're potentially getting you're negating and getting an additional negate with the Play-by-Play Pro. So really good options there. It also has Sparking, so we get 5 cards on the drop. We can just play it for free by taking a life. We can't run Overwhelm in the deck, so Sparking is generally always going to be live past like turn 3 because we're getting rid of a lot of cards, we're drawing a lot of cards, there's a lot of cycle going on there, so you do have access to that majority of the time. Though, like I said, we're not really wanting to take life with the leader just because we'd like to stay on our unawakened side as long as possible to really gain the full advantage of his draw effect. But anyway, guys, that is the list. Like I said, I do think the deck has potential. It is hurt by a lot of the things on the format currently, especially if you're trying to go like up the Bobbity chain. You do have to be wary of things like Preemptive Strike or especially like Denial of Hope, because that just gets rid of your Bobbity, so you can't do that. But we do have way up more lines of play where we are trying to be a little bit more aggressive. We're trying to go wide and go tall and go really big and deal damage. The cool thing about the limitless power is that you're not restricted to only having like 1 in play, so you can like play 1, sack 2 things, swing, play another one, sack the one you already swung with and something else, and swing with the new one, and just kind of go up that way. So just dealing like constant like pressure as much as we can, and like going really tall, really wide, and just double strikes and triple strikes and criticals and all that kind of really good stuff. When you're looking in terms of sideboard, like I said, you are somewhat limited. The power boosters did give us a lot of advantage of cards that we can play. They give us interesting effects, and we aren't limited on extra cards. We can run whatever extra cards we want in the deck, which is a really nice kind of trade-off there. But anyway, guys, that is it, and we will see y'all next time.